Okay, so here we have some exercise. It says for each case, find the missing angle. Okay, so let's apply what we just learned. Here we can see that we have to find A, B, and C, and we are given a 90-degree angle. Okay, so you remember from the previous lecture that we said that the angle in a line is 180 degrees, right? So we can see here, we have line A and line B. We have this angle being 90, so we can easily calculate what angle A is, so this entire angle ends up being 180 degrees. So if we know that angle A plus 90 degrees is equal to 180 degrees, we can calculate what A is, will be 180 degrees minus 90 degrees, being A 90 degrees. So A will be 90 degrees. Simultaneously, we have B and C. There are many methods that we could use to calculate how much is B and C. We could either say, first, we know that the angle of a circle is equal to 360, right? And second, we could say that opposite angles are equal based on vertical angles. Okay, so since we are in the vertical angle lecture, let's apply the vertical angle knowledge. We know that this angle here is 90, which means that this angle B is opposite, making angle B equals to 90 degrees. All right. So we already got angle A from the previous calculation pointed in here, and A is opposite to C. A is equal to 90, which means that C is equal to 90 degrees. All right, so let's refresh. Based on vertical angle principle, we have that B is opposite to 90 degrees, making B equal to 90 degrees, right? As we can see here, B is opposite to 90 degrees. And A is opposite to C. And if we know that A is equal to 90 degrees, making C equal to 90 degrees as well. Okay, so let's move on to a more complicated example. Here we have a line A intersecting with a line E, creating an angle of 30. This is the only information we are given. We have to find the value of A, the value of B, and the value of C. So the first thing we should do is let's define the opposite angles. Which angles are opposite to each other? We know that the angle 30 degrees is opposite to B, which means that B is equal to 30, because we know that opposite angles are equal. And we know that angle A is opposite to C, which means that A is equal to C. So let's go ahead and figure out how we can calculate the missing angles in this problem. As we can see here, to go from one point of line A to another point of line A, we have to add the angle 30 plus the angle A. And in the previous lecture, we already mentioned that the angle in a line is 180 degrees. So angle in a line is equal to 180 degrees, which means that 30 degrees, right, the one that we are given here, plus A is equal to 180 degrees, making A equal to 180 degrees minus 30, and that gives us a total of 150 degrees. So this A is 150 degrees. To recheck, 150 degrees plus 30 degrees will make an 180 degrees, which is the angle of a line. And going back to our first statement here, we already know that B is equal to 30 because B is opposite to 30. You see, 30 is adjacent to A and opposite to B. We can also see that A is opposite to C, which means that A is equal to C. Therefore, we already know the value of C. C is equal to 150 degrees. So here we have that B is equal to 30 degrees because it's opposite to the other angle, and C is equal to 150 degrees. To recheck this calculation, we know that to go from this point in line A all this way passing through line B and getting back to line A, we have to add angle B plus angle C. And angle B is 30 plus angle C is 150. 30 plus 50, 180. And we go all back the angle of the line.